Stay with me if you want it. Stay with me if you want it. Stay with me if you want it.
I used to try and find a way, but when I come to the other monitor, to minimise the game, I can't do it. No, I think it's about 50,000. I added it to the thing last time and I forgot to have a look at it. 16,000. Yeah, I'm just looking at it now. Yeah, it's decent size. 16,000 is not too bad. What do you have to do? Give it just water. You need the selling point in the water to add it to the standard. That's only 1,000. Well, where's me buttons? Good evening everyone and welcome to the stream and welcome back to No Man's Land. I'm having a few issues with my stream deck again. Seems to be having a huge delay on muting things. So hope everyone is well, hope you've all had a great week. And yeah, welcome back to the stream and say a big hello to Stevie. How are you?
Hello. 2 days since we last streamed, so all is good.
Good, good. I have to say that again because I couldn't unmute the game then.
I said I'm all good. It's only been 2 days now since we had our last stream now, so it's good to be back again. And I hope everyone enjoys it.
Yep. Well, we've got plenty to do again. As you see by the thumbnail as well, we've hopefully, well, we should be able to. We've got half the money we need anyway. Selling the soybeans, which we'll start off doing. We'll get enough money to get a new shed to replace this one for now. And if we get enough, possibly look at changing this one as well. Also, what we're going to do to get started is, instead of standing around doing nothing, I'm going to jump in our tractor and grab the water tanker and top up the cow's water to get us going, and then we'll take the soybeans down. Stevie's going to go and make a start on the harvesting the barley. So we've got 2 fields of barley to harvest and the straw to bale up, so we'll have that to do. So before we just get in too far, I'd just like to say a big thank you to DRndalo for providing the server for tonight's stream. If you are interested or considering a dedicated server for Farm Simulator 22, then please consider checking out DRndalo. There's a link in the video description. It is an affiliate link, so I will earn a small commission if you do take out a server at no extra cost to you, which just helps support the channel. So yeah, we'll go and fill this up. We can say hello to, see who's in the chat. So we've got Hans in there. Evening everybody, evening to you, good to see you in the chat again, hope you're well. Blue Buzzard's in again, saying hello, and Storm Call saying hello there, hey to you too. Everyday Gamer saying hi to you. This time I'll try and remember that this cuts off before this finishes filling, so try and keep an eye on for when it stops. Aviation Central saying hey Sim, love the farm so far. Well, thank you. Alex Rossi also in the chat, hey to you. Maid Sinak saying hello, and D Ninja saying hey. Isaac saying hello, hey to you. Music still too high. Yeah, I think this is a delay in my some reason my stream deck doesn't appear to be working properly. Right, let me just manually turn down the music a little bit to what it should be. Right, hopefully that's a little bit better. Clayton Hart saying can't hear you or see you. I don't know how long ago that was. Yeah, I don't know when the chat, so hopefully you can hear me now at least. It's showing up my mic is coming across, so Blue was saying it's fine now. Alright. Yeah, so I think my stream deck seems to be having a slight delay in when I press the button. It's taking like about a minute to actually register. Don't know why. Snowbird saying watching from work today, glad you stream on YouTube not Twitch, can't get to Twitch. I did it again, didn't I? Chatting away, not noticed this had cut off. Bluewood saying hey Stevie, Storm saying oh can hear him now, good. Chaotic79 saying hey Sim and hey Stevie, hey to you. Don't saying first streamer seen in weeks yet. I had a few weeks off, so probably about 3-4 weeks I didn't do any streams, so it's only last Saturday I think was the first Saturday stream I'd done for a few weeks. We did a couple in the week, in midweek as well, over the last couple of weeks. So we'll fill this up completely, then we'll go and give this to the cows. which they were a little bit low on water, down to 4,850 litres. So they should keep them going for a little bit. And so then we'll take the soybeans down to the cell, down the cell point, then we'll head over to the field where Stevie's harvesting and get him unloaded, which is probably full before we even get there. Yuvraj Gaming saying hello, hey to you. Oliver saying hi guys, hi to you. Oxy DNA saying hello, hey to you. And Chris saying hey Sim and Stevie. Seawis06 is also saying hello. And Ibrahim saying, when I see your stream this makes me happy bro, thanks so much. No worries, glad you enjoy it. Is that the cow's fault? Yep, 25,000 litres water doesn't seem like a huge amount for a cow pasture that takes 500 cows almost. So we'll put the last bit of this into this greenhouse. Yeah, just top up the greenhouse a little bit. I think one of these was slightly less than the other one last time. But, well, so we've got 15,000 litres of milk as well, so the cows are doing reasonably well. We'll look at trying to get another 25 soon. Just trying to think. We'll leave this over here for now because I'm going to have to move all the equipment in a bit to get the new shed in. So we want the trailer. So I hope everyone's had a good week and enjoying your weekend so far. I've had another busy weekend out in the garden. Didn't manage to get as much done as I wanted to though. Ended up spending most of the day just cleaning off the patio. After winter's in desperate need of jet washing. So we want soybeans.
Can you empty me first?
I've just started to fill up. Alright, let me unload and I'll come on unload you. Which field you in? Oh, that one there, I can see. I should have asked you first. The gardening's going okay. I say I didn't get as much done. I managed to get a couple of hours last night. I'm just trying to build up a slightly raised bed area in front of the decking that we've got in the top corner of the garden. I spent a couple of hours yesterday just trying to dig up 2 stones that have been buried, and they were difficult to move on my own. So currently in the top corner of our garden we've got like a raised decking area that's built up on it's kind of got like a rockery type retaining wall, and I'm just trying to extend that out a little bit. So I've been trying to dig out the existing stones and move those forward. And some of the ones at the bottom are absolutely humongous. So yeah, but today, because it was we're hopefully going to have some like friends round in a couple of weeks time for the May bank holiday weekend. Well, about 3 weeks time I think it is. So I wanted to get the patio all cleaned off, so I've been moving around patio furniture so I can jet wash it all off. So over winter our patios, because it's quite sunken, it doesn't get much sunlight, so it gets really horrible and mossy, like horrible green film over it all, because it gets very damp and doesn't dry out very well. So I've had to give that a good clean off already. So that's looking a lot better though. Right, soybeans, now we can go and sell these. JG Game saying birthday's right around the corner. And can't wait to see you stream on the 15th for my birthday. Can't wait to see it out. Well, yeah, happy birthday for then. I'm sure if you're in the stream then, I can wish you a happy birthday then. 43 U's for Norris saying hey Sim, hey to you. This is where we always crash trying to read the chat at the same time. Aviation Central. I'm trying to do a map download in your No Man's Land, but I can't get the Bavarian Farm Pack 2 to work. What do you mean by not get it to work? Is it saying that it's not available? You might have a different version to the one I've got on the save game. If it's still showing that it's not there, it may possibly that I need to update my version, then redo the save game with the latest version of it. I do need to check that actually, see if there has been an update to it, because that's the issue with the floating vent on my save game is from the cowshed that Stevie kindly let me know about. There will be an updated save game tomorrow, so I will have a look at seeing if that mod needs updating as well first. So that's 41,861 for that, so we've just got enough for the shed we want to get. We'll get all the harvesting and straw baled up first before we do that. So we'll head back, we'll unload Stevie, and then I'll get the baler hooked up and we'll start baling up the straw. Sam does stuff saying hi Sim, hey to you. Toby95 saying hi Sim Farmer, I watch all your time-lapse videos since FS19, your work's awesome, keep going. Well, thank you for that, really appreciate that, and glad you're enjoying the content. Aviation Central, I put the mod in the folder, it doesn't show up in the mods game. Yeah, I must presume then that that mod pack is a different version to the one I've got, so I'll get that updated tomorrow and get the updated save game up on the mod list as well tomorrow. Toby95, thank you very much for the €3 super chat, I really appreciate that, you are very generous. Yeah, that's one of the trouble with using mods that are on Mod Hub. It's difficult to keep up with updates for them. It's one of the reasons why I often don't like using stuff that's not off the Mod Hub, because it becomes a pain then trying to keep on top of updates, going around remembering where you've actually got the mod from. And then sometimes you get that thing where there's an update version to the mod, but the link has also changed for it. And then I have to go around remembering to change the links in the mod list, and it gets a bit frustrating at times. Well, we'll just run Stevie down to the end of the field, and then we'll go and grab the baler. Silent Piro saying, hey Sim, watched all your FS19 No Man's Land time-lapse, well thank you for that. Yeah, appreciate you taking the time to watch all those. Oops, my bad. I'll go and drop this off the side of the field and we'll grab the baler. What do you use the Massive 5S for? Not a huge amount at the moment. Well, we don't get much use out of it, but we've kept it because it's worth nothing. It's not worth selling. I think it's only worth about €1,200. So it's one of those we've not bothered selling it because there's just little point to it. But it does get used occasionally for stuff it's got the horsepower to pull. But I can't remember the last time we actually used it. I think I did the fertiliser spreading with it. Not last time, the stream before that. I'm going to drop this on the side of the field. Oh, Streamlabs looks like it's actually working this time. So maybe my commands are working. Let me just check. So yeah, if you want to check out Stevie's channel, hopefully this will actually work this time. So yeah, if you've not checked out Stevie's channel, hopefully the link will come up in a sec. He does a time-lapse version of the streams, so you can go and check those out. So we want the baler, which is just there. So what we'll do with all the straw bales we get off these two fields, we'll take down to sell. Just give us a little bit extra money. So we've got a decent stack of straw bales over there that we can use. And we've also got the 2 fields of oats that we'll get some more straw off when they're ready to harvest. JG Gamer, do you have merch? There is some merch on my channel, but I think if you're running ad blockers and stuff like that, I don't think it shows up. I'll see if that link actually works, which doesn't look like it's working, annoyingly. Yeah, Cloudbot doesn't want to work again by the looks of it. Kenneth, hi, saying hi Sim. Are Stevie with you today? Yes, Stevie's just there, and I am very well, thank you. Hope you are too. Clayton Hart saying how Sim Farmer and Stevie. I made my 10th arrest today and love my job, love helping the community out. Well, congratulations to you, glad you're enjoying it, and yeah, I'm sure as lots of other people do appreciate you doing the job you do to help keep the community safe. Dermot, how many hours have you got on the No Man's Land series? I can't remember exactly how many I've got on there now. I would have to go and have a look because I've got no idea. I'd probably say around about 200 hours, but it may be completely off. I estimate around about 200 hours or so, possibly a little bit more. I think just on around about 25 episodes on the other 2 series, I was on around about 100 hours. So I'd probably say close to 220 for No Man's Land so far. But I would have to check for a definite number on that. Haran Centre saying hi Sim, hey to you. Zalit saying greetings from Azerbaijan, greetings to you. Gabriel saying hello, hey to you. And Fenios saying hi man, hi to you. There is a link to Stevie's channel in the video description if you look down below. I have actually put one in there now. There should be an @Stevie 4K Gaming at the top part as well, which I think if you click on should also take you to his channel. But yeah, it looks like Cloudbot's not working with my commands again. Goldie Deluxe, good to see you in the chat. Hello from the Seychelles. Last day of vacation before flying back tomorrow. Well, hope you've enjoyed it. Oh, that didn't work. It might be because I've copied and pasted it. It's I'd need to actually reset the app thing. I can't increase the bailing speed. This is as fast as it goes. I don't have any mods to increase the speed. 17 kilometers now is the fastest it'll go. Bet one, what is this playlist? The playlist in terms of music is from Epidemic Sounds, and this is one of my custom playlists on Spotify. Channel, hey Sim, you're making some very interesting videos for uploading the latest save game. Yeah, the save game will be updated tomorrow for the No Man's Land time-lapse series. I'm not sure what time tomorrow, but it will be up sometime tomorrow on the mod list. If I remember, I'll put a community post when it's actually been updated. Have you downloaded the Bavarian Farm Pack 2 from moddingvelt.com? And is it that mod's not showing up in game at all? Or the mod's showing up in game but the buildings aren't on the save game? Boss 2, how did you get a worker in No Man's Land? How did you get a worker? Don't have a worker. Not on here anyway, that's Stevie. But you can get workers on No Man's Land. The workers work fine. Just do it the same way you would normally. You press H or hit B on the Xbox controller to hire a worker. So the mod doesn't show up at all, like in the category, the build mode. If it's showing up in the build mode but the buildings don't show up, then it's a different version to what I've got. These bales, normally I'd do 180 for straw, but I think these are 150 because I forgot to change the baler before we started. But I think for our feed mixing wagon, 150 bales for hay and straw work out a little bit better for the mixing ratio. Because I'm using the bigger hay bales on the time-lapse series. It's difficult to get a good mix without only using partial bales. So at the moment I'm using 2 silage, 1 hay, where I'd prefer to use more silage and more hay than silage, as it's a cheaper product. Captain Arrow saying, do you know your videos of my sleeping pills? I got quite a few people say they watch my videos to help them fall asleep. You don't even have the mod. Yeah, not sure on why it wouldn't be showing up at all. So I downloaded it when it was first released on Modding Velt. I haven't changed the version I'm using since then, and I've not had any issues with it. I just copied and pasted the zip folder into the mod folder and it's worked fine. So yeah, not sure why it wouldn't show up for you. Are you running the latest version of the game? Or is it the 1.31 update we're on to now, I think? Clayton saying I'm going in 1 hour night shift as an arm response unit. Well, thanks for stopping by anyway for a short amount of time. Hope your night shift goes well. No, I don't use reshade or anything like that. I find when I'm recording it just affects performance too much. Yeah, I tried reshade on FS19. I tried a few different presets from a few different people on Facebook, and none of them looked better to me. The trouble with reshade is you really do need to set it up for your own specific setup. So what looks good on one person's monitor may not look good on your monitor. So you do really need to play around with stuff like that and suit it to your setup. And so everyone I tried looked horrendous, but when you see their photos on Facebook, it looks really good. I put it on mine. It was like all the dark areas with like black holes with no detail shown whatsoever. So it's like the dark's far too dark, and then all the colours were way too oversaturated. Sharpening was ramped up way too much that it just looked a bit funny. But I've not tried any reshades for 22, and I doubt I will even bother. Yeah, you can do your own. So I've tried playing around with the settings when I downloaded it. Well, I was going from a solid 60 FPS down to like 40, 45 with reshade enabled. So in the end, I just thought it wasn't worth the bothering with. I'm not sure how well it'd do on performance if I was streaming with reshade on. I'm like running the game and the stream at the same time, and then putting the extra thing on for doing reshade as well. Probably a little bit too much for the whole computer. We'll just finish off this field, then we'll grab the trailer and take it over to Stevie over the other field. Blue Buzzard saying, everyone remembered the video, we're nearly at 100 likes. That's awesome, nearly 100 likes. I can't see what we are, but we're 122 viewers. So thank you to everyone that's watching. And yeah, if you're enjoying the stream, don't forget to smash that like button. The old stream farm probably won't return now. Yeah, I like the map, but there was not loving the map. And I think what also killed me was because I'm just finding it such a grind to earn any decent money on there. I'm just like, kind of put me off playing it for a bit because I was really worried about just struggling to earn a decent amount of money to progress on there. That might be slightly easier now. There's a lot more mods out that are like cheaper equipment. Well, yeah, because it's been quite a while. I only got, what, 3 episodes in. I don't know if I'm going to go back to it. I may just start a new map and have a complete fresh start on something a bit different. Yeah, thank you very much for the subscription. I'm not sure how you say your name, but yeah, I appreciate you subscribing to the channel. Ramo saying, whoops, forgot to like, no worries. Nikki saying 102, 103. Nice one, thank you everyone there for smashing that like button. I'll see if we can get through these trees without crashing. Really unloaded the trailer before I brought it over here, but never mind. Nick saying, hey Sim, nice to see you stream again. Yeah, good to see you in the chat again. Dominic saying, yeah, it's too hard, only my Polish friends play it. Yeah, I think I'm finding 22 in general just seems a little bit more grindy than 19 did. It does really seem like they've made it that you really do have to do the productions to like earn any decent money, but even then with some of the productions, because they're quite slow, it still takes a while to earn any decent amount of money, and just for that sort of stuff to repay itself. But yeah, I do want to do that kind of start from scratch thing again, but I'm just thinking maybe that map wasn't quite the right map for starting on. So I'm going to have a look around for another map to do. When I get a chance anyway. As I say, at the moment I'm super busy. As soon as I've finished recording for the day, I'm out in the garden, if it's not raining, trying to get stuff done. Stuff that I really need to get done before the end of the month, before it gets too late into the year. Chris S, what are you thinking for a new map? I'm leaning more towards doing a US map, because I'm doing No Man's Land as a European style, so I want to probably go more for an American style map, or a map where I can do more like American style equipment on it. Because I do have quite a large following in the US as well, and at the moment it's mainly been European stuff, apart from Elm Creek. Yeah, I like the production feature in FS22, but I'm not overly fussed by it, because at the end of the day it's a farming game. I'd have much preferred to see more farming stuff added to 22 rather than the productions. But yeah, it's good to see them in the game. But from a PC point of view, obviously we've always used to get production stuff as mods, so it's not enough new to PC players. So it's more stuff they've added in for console players more than anything. But yeah, I'd have much preferred to have seen new crops and new equipment for different crops. I know we did get grapes and olives, but there's so much more that could have added farming wise. The economy difficulty on this one, we're on normal economy. Same as on the No Man's Land time-lapse series now. I've started off on hard economy, but I'm finding even on our 60 episodes in, I've not progressed anywhere near as much as I would have liked to have done for 60 episodes. So, and with the reduction in the wood price in the last update as well, which was my main source of income until the update, I've switched it to normal economy to kind of offset that difference. But even on normal economy at times, it still seems like it's quite slow to make any decent amount of money, unless you're constantly spamming the same thing over and over again. I think the graphics are an improvement over FS19, but they're not a huge improvement, and there's still definitely some way to go. But it's kind of like there are some aspects of the game where I think with Giant's engine they're kind of limited, because I think Giant's engine itself is not a brilliant engine. If they'd have pushed the graphics a little bit more, I think it'd probably affect performance too much. Yeah, another carpentry probably would do well, as it's quite slow production building. But I'm more hoping there'll be like an industrial carpentry shop. So we've got an industrial bakery which is on Mod Hub, so hoping somebody comes out with like an industrial carpentry shop which just kind of doubles the production or something. Rather than building two separate ones. Yeah, start from scratch, definitely more interesting, but you also need to make sure you are progressing reasonably well, because people will just get bored watching if you're like 50 episodes in and you're still using a tiny tractor and struggling to actually make any progress. So just kind of trying to find that right balance between not progressing too fast, but also actually making a decent amount of progress that people aren't going to get bored. Which, like, you know, when you're doing like 30 episodes on a series and you're still using the same tractor you first bought because you just can't make enough money to justify buying a second tractor, it does know that you are kind of struggling a bit to making a decent progress. What I really need to do is go back and see what, like episode 60 on No Man's Land on 19, kind of where I was with like how much land I own compared to what I've got now and equipment and stuff like that, because I can't remember on episode 60 on 19 where I was up to. So it'll be interesting to have a look at that as a comparison. 19 was a little bit easier because I had the 4 greenhouses quite early and they made a stupid amount of money. I'm recording with one of my subscribers now, but I won't be doing like a multiplayer, like recording a big multiplayer session with loads of people on. I just find that they end up just becoming a bit of a mess of a video with you end up with like 16 people all trying to do the same job. Maria saying, hello guys, am I late? About 45 minutes. So not too late. Carsten, what if you could upgrade the industries? Yeah, I think that would be a nice thing to be able to do, and I think I mentioned that in one of the earlier streams, saying it would be nice if the buildings had an option where you could upgrade like the production, so you could pay like 10,000 and increase production. Obviously not do it to a massive thing where you're getting a ridiculous amount of production, but it would be nice if you could also add down a placeable building near one of your productions to increase the storage capacity. So like have a warehouse mod that you could place down next to it that possibly just increase the storage capacity. But yeah, an upgrade feature would have been nice to see on buildings, even if it was just like 50% upgrade in like production. Sander's saying, I love your No Man's Land series, bro. Nice one. Glad you are. Captain Arrow, your No Man's Land in FS19, I liked it except the greenhouse you placed in the beginning. Yeah, the greenhouses I think were a bit too overpowered. When I used them in Ravensburg, I modified the XML file to reduce how much they made. I think it was like what, for 1,000 if you got manure and water for each greenhouse per hour. So you think you got 4 greenhouses, potentially bringing in 4,000 per hour in game. They did make a ridiculous amount of money. Damien Fontaine saying hello from France. Simon Stevie, hey to you. Maria saying, how is Stevie doing? How are you doing, Stevie?
Yeah, I'm good. Can't complain. So, all's good on my end.
All's good. Hopefully you can hear me better. I have increased the game volume a little bit. So hopefully you can hear him a little bit better this time. Deaning, so okay, I'm now actually watching LOL. 3 Twitches up and 2 YouTube streams. Well, that's some multitasking. Stone Cold said, would love to stick around. We're going to go see you later, Sim. I'll be here for again for the next one. No worries. Don't know if you're still here, but yeah. Thanks for stopping by. Just trying to catch up on chat if I've missed any. Clayton saying watching eating get my words out now. Eating sticky toffee pudding while watching. Nice. I had a nice bit of carrot cake earlier. Courtesan saying hi. I'm not sure if I got your name quite right, but hi to you. Maria saying, yeah, those greenhouses on FS19, you can change how much you got while changing economic difficulty. Yeah, even like on hard, 250 per hour and then 500 for if you got manure. It's a little bit too excessive. That trailer nearly full. Yeah, it looks like it. I'll drop this bale off, get this baler out of the way, and then we'll go and unload the trailer. We're almost full. I don't use the planks for producing furniture. I think it's a waste of time using the planks when you can just use straight logs. Although the production on logs isn't as good as planks. When it comes to furniture, I kind of think that you don't make much more from selling the furniture as you do for what you can sell the planks for. So I'm only using logs to produce furniture rather than planks, and then just selling the planks straight up. I do find the sawmill is quite prolific though at producing planks. And I'm constantly forgetting to clear the storage area, so when I skip through the night I end up getting the losing a bit of production because it gets full. Homemade, no, it wasn't homemade carrot cake. It was a bought from the local cake shop. Yeah, disappointing. I wouldn't even know how to start with making a carrot cake. Maybe give it a go later this year when I've actually got some carrots. That's one thing I need to sow in the next week or so is my carrots in my little veg truck. I don't know if the carrots I'm gonna grow will be suitable for carrot cake, but you never know. JG Gamer saying I'm back, welcome back. Had to get some chips and soda for my GF party. I'm presuming chips you mean like crisps. Yeah, I'm growing my own veg. I've got I bought a veg truck, and currently I've got some baby gem lettuce growing in there. Carrot, no, not carrots yet. Onions, so red onions, beetroot, broccoli, and salad leaves, so mixed salad leaves as well. So I sowed those a few weeks ago, so they've all germinated and started to come through now. So within the next week I need to get my carrots sown, and then I'm going to get some more lettuce sown, so I've got like that'll be ready to harvest a few weeks after the first lot. I've got a small tub of potatoes, so first early potatoes. Again with those I need to get the next load into the next tub, so they'll be ready a few weeks after the first lot. Trying to think, I've got tomatoes growing. They're currently on my windowsill next to me. So I've got 2 varieties of tomatoes, 2 varieties of chilies, and a sweet pepper. And I've got a few more seeds I need to sow, which they really need to wait till after the first frost warms up a little bit before I can get those sown. So I've got some cucumber seeds, cauliflower, I can't remember what the other stuff is, a few other bits and pieces as well. So first time I've ever actually properly attempted to grow my own food. So it'll be interesting to see how it all comes out. Well, yeah, on kind of veg wise, I've got I bought an apple tree a few weeks ago, so that probably won't produce much fruit, if any, this year. It'll probably take a year or two for it to get itself established before it starts producing any decent amount of fruit. I've also got strawberries as well, and I do want to try and get some blueberries. Clay saying, my girlfriend coming home today after serving 5.5 years in the army. Oh. I bet you're looking forward to seeing her. Bluebird's saying, see me as a way I can contact you outside of the comments. I was going to show you something I made while I've been doing not a lot while having COVID lol. I still need to get back on Discord, so I'll look at trying to get on Discord tomorrow, and message me on there, and I'll have a chat with you on there if you can. Sim, do you plan on to upgrade a square baler? At the moment, no plans to change to a square baler yet. Mainly the reason is that it's a lot of money to buy a baler that doesn't do anything different to this one other than you don't have to keep stopping. So possibly I will look to get a square baler, but it probably won't be for a while yet. And I probably won't upgrade to it as such, because I think I want to keep the round baler for silage bales, because I prefer doing the bale wrapping all in one rather than using a separate wrapper. Boss 2, can you say the whole English crisps word? Whole English crisps word. I don't know what the whole English crisps word is. Maria's saying, a new idea for factory would be to make milkshakes, milk strawberries, strawberry milkshake, chocolate milkshake would be interesting. Is there not one for that? I thought I'd seen a mod that did milkshake, or maybe I'm misremembering. Yeah, it wouldn't be too difficult for Giants to have added that into the game, especially when the dairy can produce chocolate, and you can deliver it with milk. So chocolate milk or chocolate milkshake. Strawberries in the game as well, so it wouldn't be difficult for them to have done that. So like I said in previous streams as well, there was a lot of production they could have added to the game, just with what's in the base game, like oat milk, soy milk, let's say chocolate milkshake. You've got chocolate cake as well, rather than just doing like the strawberry cake. Alan, do you have issues with slots on PC version as Xbox version uses so many slots or for simple buildings? On PC I don't, or so far I've not had any performance issues with having a lot of equipment. But I do have quite a, well, fairly decent PC. On No Man's Land on FS19 I used to get frame drops around by the cow yard, or looking towards the cow yard like the dairy farm. I used to get frame drops around there on my old computer. So I know on that map in certain areas I was quite pushing my system a little bit with the amount of equipment in certain areas, and then especially with all the animal pens on there as well. But on PC you don't have a set slot count, so you kind of have to judge it yourself. So once you start seeing performance issues like frame rate drops and that, you know you're kind of getting a little bit too much stuff on your map or too much stuff in one area. So it's one of the reasons why on my No Man's Land time-lapse series I want to start spreading things out a little bit more, rather than focusing on one small area for the main farm with all the equipment based there. So I will be soon building up different areas of the map for keeping equipment and stuff. Is a downside to console is you are always going to be limited by slot count, and especially with the last update as well, where they reduced the actual available slots and then increased how many slots some equipment takes up. Nikki, where I work, we are waiting for the weather to clear up and the ground to dry before we're going to plant 50 hectares of potatoes. Nice. That's a lot of potatoes. I planted like 3 seed potatoes in one little small container. So definitely small scale potatoes for me. Well then there is only me and my wife, so there's no point in planting more than we can actually eat ourselves, because it'll just go to waste. But yeah, I'm looking forward to getting through the year and seeing how well everything does this year, and hopefully being able to enjoy eating some of the stuff I've grown myself. Blue Buzzard, I've got some bell peppers growing, I think. Nice. I was going to probably get some normal peppers, but I went with the sweet peppers. But there's still time to get a few more things in, so I'm probably going to pop to the garden centre tomorrow, see what I can find. So I may get some more seeds yet. Han's saying, I have 1,000 ideas for more productions and products, but really we need a mod pack with higher production capabilities on the base game products. Yeah, I agree with that one, especially when we start getting like producing a lot more stuff from your fields. The production capacities of the current stuff just isn't enough. Blue Buzz is saying there's a weird satisfaction in growing your own food. Yeah, I like the idea of it. So I'm looking forward to seeing how well things turn out. Snow was saying, just tuning back in after dealing with call at work to say blueberries. No blueberries in the garden. Well, probably like a container, a small blueberry bush, because they require ericaceous soil or ericaceous compost. So slightly more acidic soil than what's in my garden for them to grow. So probably get a small container of blueberries on the patio. Phil saying hi all, hey to you. Ben Sim saying hello, hey to you. Snow saying honestly, the time saved from having to stop every time the bale finish is pretty substantial. Square balers for the win, plus you're farming with Stevie, you could always do traditional bunker silage. Yeah, we could do on here. But there's quite a big price difference between some of the square balers though. And I think when we started out as well as having that horsepower, extra horsepower requirement for a square baler over a round one, but we'll never know. One thing I haven't checked was the used equipment today so far. Nothing good again. One shot, are you planning to do an American style map again? Yeah, the next map I'll start will be more American style. I don't know when I'll be starting it, or which map it'll be. But the next one I do start will be an American one, more than likely. Jane's saying sorry I'm late, no worries. Thanks for stopping by. Joanna Smaller saying good evening Sim and Stevie, and hey folks, hey to you. Good to see you in the chat again, hope you're well. Clayton Sim Farm, where did you get the name from? That name from Sim Farmer? The name came from just because it's like simulator and farming. So Sim Farmer kind of worked. At the time, it was one of those things I went round. I had quite a few different ideas and names. Some of them there was already channels with that name. And the other one as well was going around like Twitch, Twitter, Facebook, making sure I could get that, like the URLs for that name as well. And that was the one that I could get at the time. I could get the URLs for Facebook, Twitter. I keep saying Twitch. Twitter, even though I don't use it very much. Facebook, Instagram, and everything, and YouTube as well at the time. So yeah, it's just come like simulator and farming, so Sim Farmer. The other channel I did think about calling Sim Gamer, but that was already 2 or 3 channels with that name already. You never know in the future when I retire from Farming Simulator, I may do a Sim Gardener channel. Daily vlogs from my garden. Farmer Simulator 22 guy saying hi Sim and Stevie, hey to you. Don't think we're going to get another bale off what's left, so it's probably pointless picking up that last little bit of straw. So we're going to drop the baler off, get the trailer back over. Stevie's already started collecting up the bales and selling those. So we're going to look at getting this new shed built. Nikki, we're putting down 4 potatoes with a potato planter, nice. So what variety of potatoes are them, or is it one variety or different ones? I think the ones I've planted are Swift. They like first early. Farmer HVG, where are you from? I'm from Worcestershire in the United Kingdom. Naive Creator saying hi, hey to you, good to see you in the chat again. Thomas G also saying hello, good evening to you and Stevie. Good evening to you. JG Game saying I want to farm but I don't have a big yard until I get the new JDs. It's a big one in the shop. ready to cut some trees down. Nice. Slayer22 saying hey, what's up? And the sky, as I always say, on the ceiling. Well, I'm good. I hope you are too. Snowby saying I like to think No Man's Land is an American map. Sure, the description says French countryside, but it really reminds me of the vast unworked tracts of Montana. Yeah, it's, to be honest, it's a very generic map that you could kind of be lots of different places. There is no kind of really specific region to it in such. I know the map description may say it's a European map, but at the end of the day you can make it whatever you want. That's why in FS19 I kind of went with like a more of a British style with the buildings, because I felt a lot of the placeables in the map, like the housing and stuff, was more British style than, well, I think oh, I need to actually clear this shed, don't I? So we're going to pop this over here, because I think on 19 the description was it was somewhere in between France and Spain, but I think it was more in the Spanish kind of side for 19. Not that I really paid any attention to that at all. Although I did have a few people saying, why are you driving on the wrong side of the road? This map's a European map. I was like, no, this map's wherever you want it to be. So you could easily use American style equipment and make it feel more American. Hansan, I would like to see some sort of modular production facility, add buildings to production lines that would increase production. Yeah, I looked at the modular BGA recently, but it was a little bit too expensive for the setup I wanted to get for the at the moment. But I will be having a look at getting that for the BGA, because at least then you can expand on it. So you could start off with just the bunker silo and like the fermenter, and then you can increase adding some of the other stuff to it. So modular production lines would be good. Like as I said earlier, we've like been able to add a warehouse to increase storage capacity. But yes, stuff like that as well, where you could add like an extra workshop to increase production. Would be nice to see. Blue Buzz saying I'd watch it. I was joking about it with my wife. I said I'm going to start a new channel, Sim Gardener. I don't think there's much interest in my garden at the moment. It's not the biggest garden in the world. Seeing like gardening from a very amateur point of view. Han saying, yeah, do time-lapse video mowing the lawn. A time-lapse video of me mowing the lawn would probably be about 10-second long time-lapse. I'd love to get a house with a lawn large enough that I could justify getting a ride-on mower. But I doubt I'll ever be in a position where I could afford a house with a garden that big. But you never know. I use a little push, like an electric battery powered mower for my garden. I can cut the whole grass with a strimmer, doing the edges with a strimmer, and then mow the rest of it with one battery. Nikki, we are doing one type, and I think they are some potatoes that is done fast as well. So are they used for like sold as potatoes, or do you sell them to produce crisps from them? I was watching one, there was, I can't remember where the farm was, there was a place that did potatoes where all their potatoes are used for producing crisps, so they don't sell potatoes to like supermarkets or anything like that. It was all exclusively for I would say for the Americans producing chips. Now you've created, did you see the Alexandre is now licensed brand in FS now? Was that mod released on console as well then? I saw it on the mod hub yesterday when I had a look to see what was released, but I didn't see it was on console as well, so it's good if they've got the license for that. So maybe see some more mods for that brand come out. It is good that Giants do seem to be getting the license for mods as well, so they can get mods on console from different manufacturers. Blue Buzzard, No Man's Land is based on No Man's Land in France. I think that's kind of what it's come from, but the description said it was in between, on the border of France and Spain, but the No Man's Land in France I think is in the middle of France in the forest, which I think still to this day is a no-go area because of all the chemicals that were bombed on it. So it's just full of craters, but I think it's all forest with loads of craters in. Right, let's get rid of this shed. Get rid of that out of the way. We're also going to have to get rid of the workshop. We'll replace the fuel tank, but I want to empty that first before I get rid of that. So we've got that front loader to move and that should have enough clear space then to get the building in. What I'll do as well is move that weight. Now we'll have to get rid of the pressure washer as well. I'll fill the tractor up if we can. See how much diesel's left in here before we get rid of this. Oh, quite a bit. Right, we'll fill everything up and then see if we've if we sell it, whether it'll give us the money back for the diesel that's still in there. Red Zone Gaming, thank you very much for the subscription. Hope you enjoy the content. Nick is saying they are sold as eating and produce potatoes. I think nice. So Noah Craig saying the Alice Charm is also for console. Yeah, it's good to see new brands coming to console then. And Giants actually going out to get the license for stuff like that, so it can go to console. That tractor's full, so that doesn't need filling up. Let's go and check the combine. Klein's Crocodile saying hi, hey to you. Right, we'll fill this up. And we'll see if we sell the diesel tank. Sometimes when you sell a building that's got product in it, it also gives you the money for what's in there. It would be nice if you could actually have the option to actually move items in the build mode rather than just have to sell and or demolish stuff. Some Casual, thank you very much for the subscription. Hope you enjoy the content too. Jamie Ailing saying hi Sim, not sure if it's my phone but music is quite loud on the stream. It might just be your end. It does, there is, for some reason there is different devices sometimes. Music can sound a lot louder for some reason. Alright, let's get rid of the pressure washer. So, no, it's not giving us the option to get the diesel that's in it. That's a little bit annoying. It's got 3,600 litres in there. Oh, I forgot to move that out of the way. Nikki, we are going to plant around 58 hectares of potatoes and around 15 hectares of barley and 80 hectares of maize. And then we have around 55 hectares of grass already planted. Nice. What's that? Just try and read your comment a bit further down that I saw just. Yeah, in all we farm around 200 hectares. Nice. So it's a decent amount of land then. Alright. Let's see if we can get this shed in, if there's enough space for that to stay there. Because I don't really want to waste 3,600 litres of diesel. So the shed we're going to go for this area is the one from Lancevoy, which is this one. Might just about be able to squeeze down there for that. That one may need to get rid of that fencing. Hopefully we can actually delete this time. That's weird, that bit I couldn't delete last time has now disappeared. Yeah, so the last stream I was trying to get rid of a section of fence and it wouldn't delete. I've just noticed now I've loaded into the server again, that piece is not visible. Weird. Maybe it deleted it but didn't actually visibly remove until I quit out the game. And also for those that weren't watching the last stream, I did mention this, if you've got the console command enabled, you can click F4 on your keyboard to bring up this mode, which is really useful for helping you line up buildings. Try and match up the lines as best as I can. Although it is very difficult at times. Probably about as straight as I'm going to get it. Press V to remove the collisions. And boop. So now we've now got a fairly decent shed for storing our equipment in. Just tidy up around the edge. May have to do some landscaping inside as well, if I can actually get in there to do it. So we should be able to just get a tractor in there at least anyway to get the rest of that fuel out, and once that's empty we'll move that. Right, I'm going to open this door so I can see inside. It doesn't look too bad. Now just change the texture for tarmac or concrete rather than dirt inside. Joanna Smaller saying, Sim, have you noticed the products mod of Oma Tana with lots of new products, chips, oat drink, strawberry ice cream? Yeah, I do have that on my No Man's Land time-lapse series. I just haven't bought any of the buildings yet for it. Yeah, we've got it on here as well. So yeah, we've got the farm production alpine style, so you can do all these different extra products. So we will have a look at doing some of this stuff on here. So we've got the potato production, so you can do fries, pig food, things like premium potatoes or washed potatoes. So I do have it enabled on here. So we can do ice cream. What else is there? Yeah, loads of stuff. It's not one I've had a proper look at yet, but it is installed on this server. Oops. I can't get inside the building to do it. So we kind of have to judge it. Make sure we've got everywhere. I want to do is, oops, wrong way. Rough this up a little bit. There we go, I think that'll do for now. Then we can start getting our equipment in here. A little bit of a tree clipping through there, but that's not too bad. And we just need to get a new workshop, so what I probably will do for that is either get one of the smaller workshop mods like toolbox that we can put down either inside this shed or get a separate workshop somewhere else. Well, that's something we'll probably have to do next time because I don't have anything installed that will be useful for that. That shelter, we'll leave this one as it is for now. Once we can move this diesel tank, we'll probably change this one as well for something a little bit different. And then possibly here get a bale storage maybe. Or maybe some sort of bale storage on this bit. We'll look at that another time. I was gonna install the new bale storage mod that was released on ModHub, but completely forgot to get it onto the server in time. Blue Buzzard saying fly mower. I think you're referring to my mower. No, I've got a Works 40 volt electric mower, which does the job. So I can cut my grass on one battery. You understand you can also sell soybeans in production. Yeah, we'll have a look at getting some of those buildings in. And having a play around with the different productions. Just trying to think now. Eventually we want to try and change the silo over. Yeah, we'll just put this in here for now. Still don't have anywhere near enough storage space. I think it's an improvement on what we did have. I'll try and catch up with chat because I'm quite far behind. Jamie Ailings, hi Sim, not sure if it's my phone music quite loud. Yeah, I read that one. Bluewood saying I don't think so, it's more in the middle. I think you're referring to actual no man's land. Yeah, as far as I'm aware, no man's land is in the centre of France. From what I can remember anyway. But my World War I history is not the best. Marie saying, well, there is a small microstate between Spain and France, it's Andorra. Yeah, I don't think Andorra is classed as no man's land. Marie saying I have to go. I presume you're probably long gone, but thank you for watching. Keegan saying around here average farm is 5,000 acres, northwest Iowa, USA. Beans and corn, pigs and cows snowed last night. That's some big farms over there though. I had no idea what the average farm size is in the UK, but we're nowhere near that. Trying to think what else we can fit in here. I'll get the header in. If I can get it in next to the combine anyway. It's amazing how you can get these big sheds and how quick you can actually fill them up with equipment. See how well I can reverse this in here. Not very well by the looks of it. think one thing we'll do, we'll switch it round so it's a little bit easier. He says, and then completely makes a mess of it. Oh. For some reason my brain's not working. I keep steering the wrong direction, thinking I'm reversing. No, I've done it again. Right. You know what, I think I'm going to be better off reversing this in. My brain's struggling to work out that the tractor's going the opposite direction. I need to really go in that second door. Well, this will be for the next 2 hours of the stream, me trying to reverse this into the shed. Almost had it then. Right, I think that'll do. That's good enough for me. Right, that'll do. Could have been a lot worse. Well, could have been better as well, but it's in there. Crooks and House and Estate saying hello Sim, good to be back. Just saying I have been watching all of you No Man's Land, just your timings haven't worked out, but here now. Hope you are well, hope you are too, it's good to see you back in the chat. Nick is saying I live in Denmark, and Denmark is kind of small, yeah. A bit like the UK. There's a lot of farms in the UK and it's not the biggest of islands. So we have quite a lot of smaller farms. Trying to think what else we could get in next. Probably the mowers. What we'll also do is get the heavy duty racking as well. If I can remember where that is. Is it into decoration? Just so we can put all the front loader attachments back on here. I need to bring that up again. Where's all the front loader stuff? I'll put that back on first and we can take off the front loader and get the mows in and stuff. At least we'll have more of an idea of then what we've got left to fit in the shed. Howling. Bluebird saying I'm going to go now, thanks for the stream, and talk to you tomorrow hopefully. Yeah, I'm not sure if you're still in the chat, but thanks for stopping by, and I'll try and get on Discord tomorrow. Naive Craig saying I live up in Minnesota. JG again saying bye Sim, got to go to the party. Again, not sure if you're still in the chat, but yeah, thanks for watching and enjoy the rest of your weekend. Jose saying I might have answered this already, but have you given up on the old stream farm? Pretty much, yeah. I mentioned earlier in the stream I don't think I'm going to go back to it now. what else we got left? We've got the bag lifter, another set of forks, and the bale spikes. I think that's everything for the front loader then. Valentin saying, I must late you. Bye, have a nice evening. Well, thank you for watching. Yeah, enjoy the rest of your weekend as well. Pete's saying it should be good now. I'm not sure what should be good now, but Emmanuel saying a good night at Sim. Good night to you. And Emmanuel saying hola Sim Farmer. Hey to you. Joanna saying I see good to see you struggling to Sim. Leave it outside every time. Yeah, there's stuff like that where you sometimes I like the drive through shed so you don't have to worry about reversing it. You just literally just drive through one end, park up, and then you can drive straight out next time you need it. I'm not the best at reversing those, but I can do it eventually. May take a little bit of time, but I'm nowhere near as bad as I used to be. I used to avoid any trailer that had a dolly. I used to completely avoid it when I first started playing FS. I wouldn't even attempt to even try and reverse them. Why are you not standing up? If I started a map that had equipment with and it had a trailer that came with a dolly on, that was the first thing I'd do was change it. I was like, no, I'm not using that. But I suppose it's one of those things over time I've kind of got a little bit used to using them. But I still have my moments where it just goes completely horrendously wrong. Oh, it looks like we've got a decent amount of eggs there. I can have a look at selling those. Austin Lovell saying hi, hey to you. And Jose saying calm lands or no man's lands. I've not played calm lands, so I can't give an opinion between the two. I love no man's lands. No man's land, I should say. But yeah, calm's lands I've not played it. I've not really had a good look around the map, so I can't really give an opinion between the two. Oh, unless you're asking, like Johanna's saying, whether you're asking if this is no man's land or calm lands. This is no man's land. But if you're asking for an opinion between the two, then yeah, as I said, I've not played calm lands to say. What we'll do after this is just check the cows and chickens and the sheep as well, make sure they're all topped up with feed, and then we'll probably do skip through the night, skip through to July, and then we may possibly have some more harvesting to do. Do is move this out. I'll probably get the other seed drill in that shed next to the baler. Yeah, so it's a lot of money to spend on this shed, and it's not going to make us any more money, but I think we've been slumming it in those 2 small shelters for long enough. So I thought it's time to start getting some progress on the actual farmyard. It's what I enjoy doing quite a lot, is building up the farm, but as I've mentioned before, it's just struggling to justify spending the money on building sheds and decorative items when they don't actually earn you any money back. Put this in here, and maybe I have to fit the tedder in front of the windrower. But then we won't need to use the windrower unless we actually ted the field. Our mowers can do the swath dropping if we're doing silage, so it's not going to be an issue blocking that one in with this. Live there for a bit. So we've got the other plough there, we've got the water tanker, feed mixer, tractors we can just park up in the shed when we've finished with them, and then we've got the bale collector as well, so still got a fair bit of equipment we've got nowhere to put. Just drop this one that side for now. I think that will do, so we'll just go and park this up in here for a little bit, and we'll check on the animals. Wrong menu. So cows, yeah, they've got 20,000 litres, which is quite a lot, but it doesn't look a lot on there, so we'll mix up a couple of loads of TMR to top that up a bit. Our chickens are completely out of food, so we definitely need to do that. Right, so we'll do the chickens first. I didn't realise they were so low on food. Should have checked before we trailer. Where did I put the trailer? Is that still over? Still over by the sawmill, isn't it? Well, we're going to grab the trailer. I came back over with the baler, and I was going to drop the baler off, then get the trailer with the barley, and I completely forgot about. Got carried away building the new shed. Looking around, then where's the trailer gone? I'm sure I brought that back. Nope. So what are you up to, Stevie?
Loading planks to sell, and I've planted 120 new trees.
Oh, nice one. I was going to say if you've done the trees yet. Oh, I can see him now. So 120 new saplings in our forest. We've opened up a big hole in there. So Stevie's got 120 saplings planted in there. Could do with that mod that's got the 120 saplings pallet. So he's just loading up the planks. So we've got a decent amount of planks again. Is that the last two, or is there more in there?
I think there's probably more in there.
Yeah, there's another 7 pallets waiting to spawn. What's the
I
furniture?
don't think I'll put them 7 on now.
Yeah,
because,
I think
otherwise
looking at
they'll
the
be too
tyres,
heavy.
the tyres have already sunk into the ground. Well, you think each one of those is 1.1 tons? That's a lot of weight on that trailer already. So I don't know if there's going to be another update to that mod that reduces the pallet size. I don't know if anybody else in the chat has used that. The mod that converts every single pallet to only being 100 kilograms, so you can pick them all up by hand. I had to remove it from my save game yesterday because I was getting unlimited pallets spawning from every production building. So I'd literally clear the pallets from the spawn point and then it'd instantly fill up. And it was the update from that mod that was causing the issue. But when I removed it and loaded back into the game, every pallet that had spawned had disappeared. So I may possibly have lost some actual pallets that had actually produced in that time, but I'm not 100% sure. So if anybody does have unlimited spawning pallets on your production buildings, then it's the mod that reduces the weight of all pallets to 100 kilograms that's the issue. Alright, so that's the chickens fully topped up. Could do with moving the eggs as well because the spawn area is almost full. Jesse's saying, hi, I'm here. Good to see you again, Jesse. Hope you're doing well. Big T Farm saying that's why, thank you, I'm Sim. Oh, thank you, Sim. No worries. Jose, could you pick a number from 1 to 60 excluding 56 and say yes, you're choosing my starting plot in No Man's Land. 1 to 60. Just randomly or by looking at the map. If I was going to choose a random number, 45. Although I may be remembering 45 from oh no, it's not. 43 was where I started on FS19. Yeah, 45 is my random number. How much barley have we actually got from that harvest? 106,000 litres in total. I think we had a bit left over from the last harvest, but not a huge amount, so we didn't do too bad off those two fields. Randomly, 45 it is. Yeah, 45 doesn't look like a bad area to start with actually. Although, if you're starting with forestry, it doesn't look like there's much trees on there. Not many trees at all. So 37,936 for the planks. So we're up to 69,000. So we do actually have enough now to we could build the spinnery. But I don't think we really have anywhere reasonable to actually build it. There's a little bit of space next to the sawmill we could possibly don't think there's anywhere really on any other land we own apart from next to the sawmill. Yeah, so it'd either be buying another field or put it by the sawmill. Let me know what you think in chat. Should we get another area of land, build the spinnery on, which would mean obviously delaying that a little bit. Or do you think we should build it over by the sawmill? Keep that separate. So let me know in the chat. We'll go and get these pallets moved. Actually, no, I keep going to the wrong menu. Just check the price of eggs, see if it's worth actually taking these to sell. 2. I could do slightly better than that. We'll just move them out of the way as well for now, just to clear the spawn area. Would help if I take the front weight off Sim. Come on, wake up. Do you have a mod list for all the mods you use? There is a mod list in the video description. I think there's possibly a link to the mod list in the description for the stream as well. It's not fully up to date though, so there are a few mods missing. Pallet forks.
I have them.
Oh, you have them. Of course you do. Right, hand of God then. Would make sense that you've got pallet forks when you're loading up pallets.
We should just buy a second one.
Yeah, could do. Yeah, could possibly, and then keep one set over by the sawmill. Make things a bit easier. Keep one over here. Yeah, so what we'll do next is get a couple of loads of TMR mixed up. And then we'll skip through the night and then possibly harvest our canola. Just saying, for Thursday and Friday I have been sick. Well, hope you're feeling better. And if you're not, then get well soon. I'll leave the feed mixer on the 5S. I'm going around here for bales. We've moved the bales next to the greenhouse. Yeah, the bales are over there, Sim, not round there. We moved them. I think we was doing 2 hay, 1 silage and then straw. I'll drop that one down there. Jose, can you sell logs at the store? Yes, you can. There is a wood sell trigger. If you look on here as well, it's got their farm shop. That's the current price for logs. But the sell trigger is... We'll have to turn on interactive zone markers. I think that's the sell trigger for wood. I'll presume you put the logs on here and then click on this trigger here to sell them. So yeah, that's the wood icon by the looks of it. Yeah, sell wood. I'm presuming where you put them is in this area here. I say it was over there, but then in the update to the map he changed that, he removed that sell point. But I would say if you're starting off with just doing forestry, no equipment, you don't earn anywhere near as much money as you did when I started my time-lapse series. So it'll be a lot more tougher to get going. Tom Fum saying hi Sim, hey to you. And Owain Dave saying lovely Tizian saying hello, hello, how are you? I'm very well, thank you. Hope you are too. Joanna's saying I would wait and buy another piece of land. Yeah, we're not far off that. And I personally, I'd prefer to build it somewhere different from the sawmill. So we need one silage bale, and then we'll do hay. That should give us total mixed ration. Tom Fum saying I like your time-lapse series. Well, thank you for that. Glad you're enjoying it. I like playing on there, recording it as well. Even 60 episodes in, I'm still really enjoying playing No Man's Land. I want straw next. I don't see the mod list anywhere in the description. It's there in the top of every single No Man's Land video. It should say mod list, save game, add mod list, and there should be a link to it. And I'm pretty sure there's one in the description for the stream. I will get the link and I'll post it in chat. If Cloudbot was working, I'd just put the command in, but unfortunately it doesn't seem to be working again. Tom Fun, could you use the tractor called Beet Harvester in one of your series? In one of them, yeah, but in the time-lapse series I won't be. I'm going to buy the self-propelled one straight off. Similar, I don't want to waste time with the smaller one, because it'll take a long time, even though I don't have the biggest field of sugar beets. It will probably take a long time to harvest that field with the trailed one, so I don't fancy doing that. So I'm going to go straight for the larger one. But maybe in the future I'll do a smaller field of sugar beets on a series and get the trailed one. Videk the farmer, how high is your bitrate when you are recording? 130 megabits. So the highest setting I can possibly do on Nvidia Shadowplay, which is 130 MBS. I think you can actually go above that now with my new graphics card, because I can actually record in 8K at 30 FPS though, not 60. And I think the bit rate for that you can go up to like 240, I think it is. But I think recording in 8K when I don't have an 8K monitor is a bit unnecessary. And I'd hate to imagine what the file size would be if you was recording in 240 megabits. Probably looking about 200 gig for one video file. Probably more than that actually. I think for around about 15-20 minute video, my raw footage recording is around about 100-150 gig. So you're probably looking at close to 250-300 gig. do the same again, one silage and then the yeah, I wouldn't render in 8K, but if you could record in 8K and then render down to 4K, you'd get a better quality 4K video. It's worth saying that you're always better off recording the highest quality you can and rendering down. Because the more information you've got for your video editor, the better quality it can process your videos at. But yeah, I wouldn't even waste my time recording 8K. So I don't even have an 8K monitor. So it'd be a little bit pointless. Yeah, it'll be a long time before FS supporting 8K. I think FS22 is only like the first time they're actually truly supporting 4K. I don't think 19 was ever native 4K. Let's just check this. 2 loads should be more than enough. Yeah, that takes us up to about 60,000 litres. 63,000 litres, so that should last a fair while. So all good. We're going to rest up for the night and then see if our canola's ready to harvest. Tom Foreman, are you going to get the serial factory on the time-lapse? Eventually, yeah. As I've mentioned before, the time-lapse series I'll be doing every single production line from the base game and every single crop type, animal type as well. So we'll be doing everything that's available in the base game. We'll also be adding a few mods as well. So a few modded productions I'll probably have a go at as well, but before I finish up on the series, I need to have done every single crop type and every single production line from the base game. Right, let's check, see if the canola's ready. We may possibly have to go to next month. No, it is ready. Oh, we've got 4 fields ready, so the oat is also ready. Okay, we'll do the canola. I don't think we'll get time to do every field, so may have to leave the oats till next time. Spent all that time reversing the header in, I've got to get it back out now. I'll do the field down here first on 35. Oops, no. It's me reading chat again. Owain saying I really like tractors and farming simulator. Yeah, I do too. we've actually got 96,000 now. So we do now have enough to buy a new area of land. So maybe we'll look at getting the next area of land before we finish up as well. And then next time we can try and get the rest of the money to get the spinnery. And then eventually we'll get the tailor shop so we can start producing clothes. So I think that is a really good money maker. Although production's not the fastest on it, you still make a decent amount if you save up all the pallets to sell when you get the best price for clothes over the year. Owen saying the money I have on my save game is 999,999,999. You probably got more than that, because that's the highest it shows. That's a lot of money. Pretty much buy 10 of everything. Greenhouses are good. Plenty of wood in the sawmill. Plenty of furniture. Are you doing a bit of forestry, Stevie?
Yeah, I'm gonna load up and sell a few logs.
Okay.
Try to get more money.
Money, money, money. It's always good. Never have enough of it. Well, you can in farms, and if you've got too much money in farms, then it gets boring. Just saying, oops, who here has heard about the RMS Titanic? Heard what about it? Something new happened to it? Snow was saying, I really wish giants had more livestock and ranching variety of FS, like ducks, geese, turkeys, dairy, sheep, goats, etc. And processing, building to get meat from steers and such. Yeah, it would be nice, as I mentioned before about like the productions things, I'd have rather have seen more farming stuff added than production lines. So yeah, like goats or different animal types. I don't think giants will ever specifically add like a slaughterhouse or anything like that themselves. There was a big thing about a few groups complaining about when they added pigs into the game. So I doubt giants would ever actually add like a slaughterhouse production themselves, and I don't think they would allow one on Mod Hub. A bit like they won't allow like alcohol production lines that produce alcohol on Mod Hub. Tobacco's another one as well. That's another one they won't do. Although I know there's a lot of mods that you can get for PC for stuff like that. Alpacas would be good, so you could do alpaca wool or fleeces. Get the fleece off alpacas. But yeah, there's lots farming wise that could add to improve the game. There's so many more crop types that could do with the equipment for them. That's what I'd rather see in an expansion, is a whole new load of new crop types that have not been in the game before, and all the equipment to do them. Yeah, just do it as a processing facility. It's like they've added beef cows, but there's no reference to them as being beef cows. They're just cows you feed up and then sell on for a profit. Yeah, more root crops like carrots, onions would be good. Well, there's so much more they could do, like cabbage, lettuce. They could do corn on the cob as well, peanuts, pumpkins would be a good one to see. Owain saying I want beetroot in the game. So there's so many more crops I could actually add. And as Snow was saying, time tumble to see things like peanuts, carrots, yams, sweet potatoes, etc. Yeah, I'd love more stuff like that in the game, rather than the production buildings, to be fair. Peas is another one, yeah. Pea viners. As I mentioned in the past as well, there's a good video on YouTube in France where they're harvesting lavender with a class Jaguar, like a modified header on it, and they're harvesting rows of lavender. Yeah, go ahead, Captain Arrow, let me know, I'll give you my opinion. Tala MX saying hi my friends, hey to you. Ibrahim saying hi. Joanna's saying I'm thinking of trying to make a map of the area where I live. Would mean a lot of new crop types. That'd be awesome if a lot of new crop types. Hopefully you give it a go. That'd be interesting to see. So which particular area do you live? Not that I'll actually know anything about it, but it'd be interesting to hear. Snow was saying, don't get me wrong, I do like the production buildings. It definitely increases profitability of the farm. More crop types would increase the options for production facilities too. Yeah, I'm not overly against the production buildings, other than the fact that they can become a little bit time consuming if you do want to go down moving all the pallets manually. But I do like the fact that they added the option in that you can auto sell and auto distribute. I think if they hadn't have added that, I think I would have really been put off doing a lot of the productions. Because I wouldn't fancy, even with the auto load trailers, it does take quite a lot of time to go around loading up all the pallets onto those and then taking them to sell. So sometimes it can be a good portion of the video is me just going around all the different production buildings, loading up all the pallets and then taking them down to the store to sell. And you think I've still got a lot of production buildings to add on top of what I've got. Could end up getting to the point where it's just taking far too long. Then I'll probably end up just setting everything to auto sell eventually. Especially some of the older production buildings which I've done quite a lot of selling stuff from. You understand I'm not a modder sim, not a graphics. It would take years. Yeah, I'm the same. I'd love to do a map of my area, but it'd just take me far too long to learn how to do all the XML files and to do all the 3D modelling. So I'd want to try and make all the buildings similar to what's around by me. So I'd love to have a go at doing my own map, but I just don't have the time to actually learn how to do it. Oops. Spam bot's been hidden and removed. Chancy Dove saying I have a question. So what is your question? Joanna saying living in Lower Franconia near Hesse and Baden Württemberg. Yes, as I said, I've probably no idea where that is, and I have no idea where that is. Never heard of it. So where's that near of a place where I would know? Louis saying, yeah, the pallets are so annoying, but there are mods of PC Factory without pallets that's far better. Yeah, I think the fact that you can just set it to auto sell is not a bad thing. No, I didn't. Oh, I can see it now, sorry. For example, you have a lot of wheat, and when you want to exchange some with TMR. Like a swap kind of thing. Is that what you kind of mean? Like you can swap swap products for different stuff. Jackson's saying you have been live forever. I've been live for what, 2.5 hours? So we've got about an hour left of the stream. Yeah, I was a bit surprised there was no production line for potatoes, because it seems a bit of an obvious one to do, like potato chips or like crisps in England, or even just French fries or something like that. So it seems odd that they added potatoes but there's no production line for them at all in the base game. You'd have thought they would have added at least something for every single crop type, so there's something for everything to use as a next stage, rather than just selling it straight off the field. Potatoes is that one that they didn't add anything for. Same with soybeans as well. They could have easily have added soy milk. Captain saying the value of exchangeable based on the price of the crop or product. Yeah, sounds interesting. Justin saying evening, good evening to you, welcome to the stream. Jody saying hi as well, hey to you. Chance is saying, can you make a C for a field on your no man's land? Can I make a C for a field? Make a field in a C shape. I wouldn't say I can't, but I don't know if it would be very effective. Big T farmer, you can put potato to biomass and sell power? I don't think you can. At least I'm not sure. You can do sugar beet and chopped sugar beet for the BGA, but I don't think you can do potatoes. You want to say in Germany, 60 kilometers to Frankfurt. Okay, I've heard of Frankfurt. So 60k from there. So Yana saying, lying in my bed watching Sim and Stevie couldn't be better. Nice one. That's where I'll be going soon. Another hour. I'm looking forward to getting to bed tonight. I was feeling very tired earlier. Almost falling asleep. I had to like give myself a kick to wake up to come and start streaming. I could have easily have just gone to bed instead. Yeah, the seed potato mod that came out looks interesting. I'll definitely be giving that a go. So you can do seed potatoes, premium potatoes and stuff like that. So that's definitely on my list of mods to look into when I start doing potatoes. I really like the premium potato mod in FS19. I just wish they came out with a larger capacity washer and sorter, so more of a larger scale productions for those rather than that little one they had. That was the only thing I didn't like about it, was you was restricted to that little potato sorter. So to see like a larger scale production line is good to see. Yeah, time lapse of the streams are on Stevie's channel, and this is completely separate from the time lapse series. So same map but completely different save game. So this is running on my server, and I wanted to keep them different so those that don't watch the live streams don't miss out too much during the series. So yeah, you've not missed anything if you don't watch the live streams on the from the time lapse, but you can watch all the time lapse versions of these live streams on Stevie 4K Gaming's channel. Oh, hey, Sim Farmer, would you like to know what tractor I got in my game? Yeah, let me know. Yeah, you're Central European time, so you're an hour ahead of us. So you're up at 7:30 tomorrow, so early start for you. I'll probably be up at 6:30 because the dogs usually wake me up. I'm usually up at 6:30 every morning. But just saying, but your streams are always good to calm down while not being boring at all. Well, thank you for that. I'm glad you don't find them boring. Yeah, I'll get a link to Stevie's channel in a minute. There should be one in the video description, but I'll put one in the chat in a sec. I just finished this field off. Tom, from when you're replacing the loader tractor in your time-lapse series, I don't know yet. At the moment, I'm not considering getting another tractor just yet. There's a few other things I'd rather spend the money on, but I will be looking at getting like probably a telehandler for the dairy farm, for using around there for the bales and stuff. And then eventually I will be getting another tractor for arable farming, and I'll probably keep the Deutz far at the dairy farm for doing the mowing and baling. So when we do silage and hay at the dairy farm. So it'll be a little similar to what was in FS19, where I have separate equipment for the different areas of the map. So I may probably get a Fendt 1050 for the next tractor. I don't know. What? Let's go and unload this and I'll get the link to Stevie's channel. The Fendt 1050 is my favourite tractor. So I'll definitely get one of those at some point. Alright. Oh, I don't want to do that. I'll do that. Well, there's the link to Stevie's channel for anybody that's interested in that. Pretty much every live stream we've done on No Man's Land is, I think, been done as a time lapse on Stevie's channel. So it's all obviously from Stevie's point of view. So you'll get to see all the stuff that Stevie does, like now doing the lime spreading on this field here, that you don't quite get to see on the stream. Yeah, I'd definitely say you'd made the right choice buying a 1050. Right, we want the field at the top. So just coming up to 10 past 10, so we've got around about 50 minutes left, so we may get round to making a start on the oats, but we'll finish the canola first. How do you set your graphics settings? Mine are on max, everything's on max, so the highest everything can be in the default menu. I haven't adjusted any of the XML files to increase anything beyond what it allows you to in game. But yeah, everything's on the maximum it can be. You want to say Monday to Saturday we as well because of work, not the dogs. They're trained to 7. Tomorrow wife and I plan on biking tour, so yeah, no start. Nice. So how far are you going to be travelling? I haven't been on a decent biking tour for ages. I'm not even sure my bike's any good anymore. I just sat in the shed for far too long. Owain saying he's subscribed to you, Stevie. So you got a new sub.
Thank you.
Scott George saying howdy Sim Farmer. Howdy to you. Good to see you in the chat again. I hope you're doing well. No, I didn't edit any of the XML files. I have left them all as they are. So all the distance things that you can increase further in the XML files have all been left as they are. I think Big T Farmers also added you as well, Stevie.
Nice, thanks very much.
My GPU is a 12th gen i9 12900K. Oh no, that's the CPU. I did that last time. GPU is the RTX 3080 Ti. Yeah, my current PC specs mod sheet is way out of date. I need to update that. I built a new PC over Christmas. Kartek, yes, I am from the Midlands. Kartek, thank you very much for the subscription. Hope you enjoy the content. Noev Crate saying, hey Sim, question. So how come Daniel Drives hasn't posted a video in a long time? I've no idea, I've not heard from him for a long time. Yeah, 3080 Ti, RTX 3080 Ti, it's an Aorus Master 3080 Ti. Owain, can you make a choice for me? It's either the Case 1455 XL or the Fent 1050. I can't make a poll, I've no idea how to make a poll. But for me, I'd go with the Fent 1050 all the time. Phil saying snap go Midlands. There you go, RZ is a streamer who plays with the Farm Sim guy, who sent a few people this way, so appreciate that. Joanna is saying 100k on race bikes training for 1st of May. There will be a race around Frankfurt. That sounds fun. Yeah, 100k sounds a decent decent ride. I used to ride. Well, I didn't actually pass my driving test until I was how old would I have been? try and work this out. Yeah, 23 when I passed my driving test. Up until then, I used to ride my bike everywhere. I used to absolutely love it, and I haven't used it as much as I'd like to. It's one thing I really need to get back to. Alan Small saying sim average UK farm size is around 213 acres. That's quite small compared to the US then. Yeah, all the bots always seem worse on a Saturday night. For some reason. Tom Form, ever use the small wheel loader that comes under the front loader? I don't use those very often. Mostly because I'm not particularly keen on the articulation on them. They're alright for moving bales around, but when it comes to stacking bales and loading pallets onto that, I really don't like the way they articulate in the game. It drives me mad. So I don't tend to use them very often. I can't remember the last time I actually used one of those. We used one on the stream when we first started. We bought one and it didn't last very long. It quickly became very difficult to use for loading logs. It just wasn't heavy enough. So we soon got rid of that. And other than that, I don't think I've used one at all in 22. I don't recall using one in 19 either. If I did, I wouldn't have used it very much. Alan's saying some cattle farms in Australia are the size of the southeast of England. Yeah, I can imagine. Oh, I think we'll go and unload this first into the silo. Wayne's saying he's got LED indicators and LED strobe beacon signal bar. Nice. Captain Arrow. Oh. Sometimes I can watch your FS19 time lapse to see many errors happens. I can feel your pain happen in the middle of recording. Yeah. There's a lot of frustrating moments in some of the older videos. There's moments where I just sit there like shaking my head like, oh, I just really want to throw the game. And there's lots and lots more that I've cut out of videos to just to keep the flow of the video going. So there was many times on Grizzly Mountain when I started where I flipped over the logging trailer, and I don't cut them out just to try and hide the fact that I've flipped over the trailer. I've got, you know, I've done that more than enough times in the stream. But for me, it just doesn't look good in the time-lapse video when you're messing around trying to flip the trailer back over. So I always used to cut those out, but yeah, there was many times where I could probably do like an outtakes video if I'd have had all the footage of stuff that's gone wrong. Yeah, nice cow pasture. That was, when did we build that? Not the last stream, the stream before, I think. So that's the one off the mod hub. I think it's called the My Cow Pasture. The holds 490 cows, which is quite a large amount. Oh no, what am I doing? Completely forgetting we're still in the middle of harvesting the canola. We need to actually go and unload the combine. There's me parking the trailer up, thinking we're finished with it. Nope, we're not finished with it yet. Yeah, so I think we'll leave the oats till next time. Just get the canola finished off. Alan's saying raspberries, apples, Brussels, broccoli would be good fruit, veg to have in the FS. Yeah, I agree. So Captain saying the funniest moment was on No Man's Land 22 when you wanted to buy the new mower but your money wasn't enough. Yeah, I remember that. I was just like, oh yeah, I don't quite have enough money. I'd worked it out in my head wrong. For some reason I'd worked out that I would just about have enough money for the mower. And then I was like trying to buy it, I was like, no, oh yeah, I don't actually have enough money. There was many times on FS19 where I was using the store deliveries mod, and I'd drive all the way to the store forgetting I'd got the store deliveries mod, buy the equipment, come out the menu, and I was like, oh, just drove here and it spawned back at the farm. It's like, come all the way to the store and it's just spawned back at the farm. Yeah, if I kept all the outtakes, I'll probably get a decent video with some of the stuff that goes wrong in FS. But when I edit, I always forget to keep the video clips. I end up just deleting them. Maybe I should start just cutting out those clips and just keeping those small clips until I've got enough for a decent video. Because there are so many times where FS just glitches out. Well, you get tractors that randomly just flip over for no reason. Not so bad now. I think the last update has improved things quite a bit. When you've got catapulting pallets that go halfway across the map. Peter saying, I think I saw a pallet shoot to the moon in one of your time-lapse episodes. No, yeah. I think that was just before I started getting the auto load trailer, because I had that problem where I just kept having pallets go flying here, there, and everywhere. They do seem to be a little bit more stable with the last update, but they still can have a tendency to start glitching through the forks a little bit. Pete's also saying, do you miss the FDR logging equipment and real mow mod? Yeah, real mow mod would be great, especially on a map like this, so you can get rid of those bushes and stuff. FDR logging equipment I do miss using, and I do really need to sort out the controller configs for it so I can get back to using that stuff. So there's one thing I really do need to spend the time doing, is getting all the controllers set up for the Xbox controller, so I can start using that. Definitely before I can do a large scale forestry map, because there's no way I could do a big map like Wilhelmina Forest without using that stuff. It would just take me forever. Was it went to sell the subsoiler? I can't remember. That seems like forever ago. I vaguely remember doing it. Yeah, but I remember at the time I'd worked out that I needed X amount of money, and for some reason I was like, thought I had enough. Big T Farm, do you post some clips on FS22 TikTok? I don't know, but somebody does. Somebody keeps stealing my some of my videos and putting them on TikTok. I've tried going through the process of TikTok to remove them, but they don't seem interested. It's very difficult to actually prove it's your clip. It's a very long-winded process to do it. So in the end, I gave up. But yeah, I don't post anything on TikTok, so anything that's on TikTok that's mine, it's not from me. Yeah, definitely inevitable with FS for a good outtake. There's so many times where something happens and you're just like, what the hell? There was one, what was it? I can't remember what happened recently. Yeah, there was something recent that happened though, I can't remember what it was. There was quite a bit of something that I'd never seen before, and I was just like, okay, that's a bit strange. Peter Dressler saying, fun tip, I copy the control config from 19. Yeah, I think that's what I need to do, is go back to 19 and look through the controls on there so I can get them set up to how I'm used to using them on the Xbox controller. I do like the fact though that he's added the input bindings completely separate, so you can change them to exactly how you want without messing up other stuff in game. You want to say nearly 11:30 for me, time to go to sleep. No worries. Well, thank you for watching the stream again and interacting with the chat. Hope you've enjoyed it, and enjoy the rest of your weekend. And I'll just fill the combine, and Big T Farm saying I will help report it when I see it. Nice one. So I haven't worked out how to report it. And when I was trying to search for stuff on there, it was difficult to actually find because there's so much stuff on there. But yeah, somebody made me aware of it a while ago, and I tried to get it sorted, but it wasn't easy to sort out. I often get some people on YouTube, which I haven't had any for a while, but you get some channels on YouTube that just completely download your video, put different music over the top, and then re-upload the entire video on their own channel. I think now YouTube have got the auto scan thing that can notify you of if somebody's uploaded your content, so you can deal with it quite quick. Anja's saying hello, hey to you. Don't worry about that, just watching the videos and leaving a like is all the support you need to give. Anything extra than that is awesome, but yeah, don't feel bad for that. So I appreciate people that just take the time to sit down and watch. Yeah, the pallets. We had one pallet that went flying on here. I think it was one of the lettuce pallets that took me a while to find. It literally went flying. I couldn't remember which direction it went in. I was like searching around for a bit to find this lost pallet of lettuce. So I have 4 fields harvested. Stevie's getting some lime on that one, so that one's done. So we'll do it the same we did last time. We'll alternate between the canola and barley. So the 2 fields we harvested barley and we'll put canola in, and then these 2 fields that we've harvested the canola we'll do with barley for next time. And as I mentioned in the last stream, we'll look at getting some planters for next year, so we can start doing some different crops. Maybe even look at the possibility of doing some like maize silage at some point soon. So I get like a silage pit at the farm, and having a go at doing some maize silage, so get a forage harvester, just so we can start doing some different stuff on here. Captain saying I like playing games, but when FS22 released I stopped all and started FS22. Yeah, I haven't played many games since FS22 came out. I played Forza Horizon 5 quite a bit when that was released. I did get back to Skyrim when the anniversary edition was released, so I played that quite a bit. Far Cry 6 as well. Cyberpunk 2077, I went back to that with the once it got a few updates, and I've played that quite a bit, but I don't think since before Christmas, or since Christmas, I haven't really played many other games, to be honest. I was considering getting Elden Ring, and I haven't quite got round to it yet. Hans, any idea how long the stream will go tonight? Thinking about going to bed. I'm going to be another probably 20 minutes, 25 minutes. Red Dead Redemption 2, yeah, I've played that twice. I've completed that. I played it through when it first came out on the Xbox One, and then I played through it when I got the Xbox Series X. Played through it again from start to finish. Yeah, I love Red Dead Redemption 2. One of my favourite games. And Red Dead Redemption as well, really enjoyed that. Yeah, so for some reason I got to that point where I was like, I really fancy playing Red Dead. I just thought, you know what, I'm just going to start again from the beginning. And I ended up playing through the whole story again. What got me the first time I completed it, I don't really want to say about spoilers, but when you get to the very end of the game, there's quite that cut scene at the end of the game with your it's difficult to say without spoilers, but it's quite a sad moment in the game. But because of me, when the first time I played it, it didn't really mean much to me. So I don't know how many people would be bothered by if I said it, but yeah, no spoilers if anybody's not played it. So it's difficult to say without actually saying exactly what happens. Yeah, it's easy to miss stuff. There's a lot of stuff to see and do on there. I haven't completed it 100%. There's so many, like the hunting things of the different animals, that I don't think I'd ever get 100% on it. There was one bird that I could never ever find. I can't remember which one it was. It was only a small bird, and I was looking on the internet to find the best areas for it, and I've never been able to find it. And I've probably wasted a few hours just trying to find this one bird for I think it was the collection, like, side quest you could do, where you had to collect the carcasses for different animals for that woman and post them. And I was trying to do that to complete that side quest, and that one bird I just could not find anywhere. Yeah, second time I played it was a little bit sadder, but the first time I'd literally only just like got what I was using at that time, so it kind of like, well, I had no connection to it, so it didn't really bother me. Header trailer down there. I'll go and grab it with the tractor, it'll be a bit quicker. Oh, one thing I forgot to do was a new pressure washer, didn't I? Right, let's get a new pressure washer. I'll stick this over here. Right, so we'll leave the oats to next time, so that'll be our first job for the next stream. We'll get the oats harvested, get the straw baled up for those. And then probably then skip to August when we can start getting our crops in the ground again. Yeah, I played Red Dead Redemption 1. I remember that when that came out, I was like stuck at work the day it came out, and I was like left work a little bit early to go and pick it up from game. Yeah, I absolutely love that. I never played Red Dead Revolver. So Red Dead Redemption, like the first one, was the first Red Dead game I played. I think that should do. I'll leave that there for a sec. We'll go and grab the header trailer. Unless Stevie's gone to grab it. Nope.
No, I'm fertilising here.
Ah, you're fertilising. Oh. So I'll take this trailer back first. And then we'll go and grab it. Yeah, the end of Red Dead 1. I haven't played that for ages. I only ever played through that once. But yeah, it was an emotional ending. I really would have loved to have seen, as like DLC for Red Dead 2, would be an add-on of adding on the rest of the map for Red Dead 1. So you could then play Red Dead 1 in the Red Dead 2 map. With all the extra bits that are missing, and then play through Red Dead 1 campaign as like a DLC on Red Dead 2. That would have been awesome, that would have been. Competitive multiplayer, I doubt it. If I was to do multiplayer, I'd rather do something with like a multiplayer series where we just work together. Captain, my biggest mistake when my horse died with a train, and I googled how to avoid and showed me sad that because you couldn't. Yeah, I got my horse killed by the train at one point. I was trying to go across the bridge and the train started coming towards me, and I was like, I couldn't turn around quick enough. I was like, oops, there's my horse, is dead. I'll park this over here, and we'll go and grab the header trailer. I'd love to see a new Red Dead game, but I think we're probably going to be a good few years away from another one. Especially if they're going to do GTA 6 next. So they don't tend to work on two different games at the same time. Which is a shame. I mean, it's a shame that they take so long since the last GTA came out. Tom, are you going to use the Halmer pack for the sugar beets and time lapse? I probably will use it at some point, but it won't be like for the first harvest, so I just won't have the money to buy anything from it. I've literally only just about got enough to buy the sugar beet harvester. Well, actually, I don't think I've quite got enough just yet. Leave the tractor on there because we need to put it in the shed. Although I think I'm probably wasting my time putting this away on. I was going to be using it straight away next time. We'll just park it up in the shed anyway. As we've paid 90 grand for the shed, we may as well use it. Well, I'm not reversing the header back in here. I can stay outside for now. We'll bring it in over winter. We'll leave it outside this time. I can stay there for a little bit. So Stevie's getting fertiliser on those fields. See if there's anything we can do for the last 20 minutes or so. So cows are good. Chickens are fine. Don't think the price of eggs has increased. Have a look. Oh, it's even lower now than it was before. Yeah, looks like we're going to be a few months before that goes up, so possibly look at selling all the eggs we've got in November to make the most of those. What's milk? Best price 1357 previously. That's a little bit low. So we'll hold off for that as well until we've got a full load. Sheep are fine as well. Right, so land. Might as well look at buying the next area of land. Oh, class action at 870, 800. I don't think that's really any upgrade on what we've already got. So probably not worth buying. Say it again, Stevie.
How much is the accent?
73,000, 60% off.
What horsepower is it?
205 for the 800, but it does go up to 295, but that'll cost 118.
My Petry needs to be repaired again, so we could look at soon trying to get rid of it.
Yeah. The trouble is this one's got 44.5 hours on it already.
Leave it where it is.
It's the downside to buying used tractors, is especially when they come with a lot of hours on. They're already racking up a lot of repair costs. Getting something new's going to be a bit pricey. But yeah, the repair costs are crazy. Probably spent just as much in repair costs as it would have done to buy a new tractor. Yeah, so area of land. So any recommendations in the chat which area you should think we should buy next? And we can build the spinnery next time. So this is what we currently own. So we've got 22, 23, 25, 26, 27 which we bought a few streams ago, and then we've got 35. So yeah, let me know in chat what field you think we should buy, or area of land. There's only 25 of those birds in the whole map. Wow. Hans saying, but we still have Starfield at the end of the year. Yeah, I'm looking forward to Starfield. I enjoy sci-fi and sci-fi games as well, and the whole RPG thing. So I really enjoyed Mass Effect. So yeah, really looking forward to Starfield. I'm just hoping it lives up to the hype. So we've got Orion saying at 33, Big T Farmer 36, Bastian area 34, James 45, Tom Thumb also saying plot 33, George also saying 33, Alan saying area 36, Big T Farmer 36 is flat and easy to build on. So we've got 2 for 36, 3 for 33. It's two games I'm really looking forward to: Starfield and Elder Scrolls 6. Whenever that will appear. So 33. I've got a one for 36. So Thomas Patterson, and also saying hello, hey to you. So we've got a tie at the moment. So equal. So I'll say next one wins. Tom Thumb, I played Cattle and Crops for when it first went into early access. played it for about 20 minutes and didn't like it. At the time it wasn't great. It didn't look very good, and there obviously wasn't much content into it. I then went back to it when it went like the full release version, so the gold version, and I played it for around about 20 minutes again and just didn't really like it. I just found it, if I'd have taken the time to get used to it, I may have enjoyed it a bit more, but because I found it wasn't very intuitive to just get into. It took me ages just to work out how to lower the front 3-point link just to put a front weight on. It was just far too menu heavy. Like being able to open all the doors, windows, and lowering the 3-point links to be able to hook things up, and then having to manually raise them all. It was a very in-depth game, but I just felt for a beginner it was just a little bit too much. So we've got Alan saying 36 is on the main road to the shop. James saying 33. 36 doesn't give you that much extra land. 33 has a road in it, too much rocks. Oops. Yeah, 36 does have this cut out here and over here, so would only give us a bit of space to expand that. 33's got a little bit more open land. And I think 33 was the next one, James. George also saying 33, so I think we'll go with 33. So we'll buy that now so it's ready for next time. Where are we? Farmland. Buy. It's done. Benjamin saying good evening from France. Hans saying, yeah, that's why cattle and crops got discontinued. I like the idea of cattle and crops, but I think it's one of those things, like a lot of people say FS isn't realistic enough, but I think if it was too realistic it wouldn't get as big a following as it does. I say if I'd have spent a little bit more time with cattle and crops, I may have got into it if I'd have learned how to play it and learned all the controls, but for me it just didn't feel very intuitive to get into, and I didn't like all the menus. I think the menus didn't look very good. When I first played it, I remember there was always too much on screen, which, like all the different menus that were all over the screen, I didn't like. Right. So I think we'll call it quits for this stream, as we have come up to 5 to 11. So, oops, trying to think what we did today. We've got 2 fields of barley harvested and baled up all the straw. Sold those straw bales. We built the new shed, so we're finally starting to get a fairly decent looking farmyard. I did want to put some trees around, but we'll probably look at doing that next time. Probably get a pallet of oak trees or something and put a few trees around. What else did we do? Harvested 2 fields of canola as well, sold some soybeans, fed the cows, topped up the cows' water. So we did quite a bit again. So thank you to Stevie for helping out again.
No problem, anytime.
Yep. Don't forget, if you want to see the time-lapse version of the stream from Stevie's point of view, then check out Stevie's channel. There is a link in the video description. Stevie 4K Gaming. And also a big thank you to DRndalo for providing the server for tonight's stream. Again, if you are interested in a dedicated server for Farm Simulator 2 or lots of other games as well, including Minecraft, Ark Survival and many others, then please do consider checking out the link to DRndalo in the video description. It is an affiliate link, so I will earn a small commission at no extra cost to you, which helps support the channel. And yeah, thank you for everyone that's watching. Thanks to everyone that's interacted in the chat as well. Really do appreciate everyone that's took the time to come watch. Hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, then don't forget to smash that like button. Again, I really appreciate it, and it does help out a little bit. Next stream will possibly on Wednesday, because I still want to try and make up for the weeks I missed and get a bit more progress on here. So not 100% sure yet, so maybe Wednesday, Thursday, but probably more likely Wednesday. But I will put a thing up, like schedule the streamer the day before. So yeah, look out for that, and definitely be back next Saturday as well, normal time, 7:30, 8:30 Central European time. So again, big thank you to everyone for watching. I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye.